the desk. Of course, Jason Kaplan, of course, your host, the 7-foot wonder child, the beanpole of Counter-Strike.
I thought it was 9 foot.
9 foot on a good day.
Okay.
Depends on if he's done his yoga or not.
But
we are going to
breeze.
be seeing Team Spirit start on the defense. Bad News Bears on the attack. And now this was the much discussed Team Spirit Inferno. They've had their fair share of woes, struggled to convert against some lesser foes. Now up against B&B. Let's see if the North Americans, who have told us to kindly F off, if anyone's got any negativity to share. Maybe John G will do better next pistol. Does go down. Early advantage found Spirit.
Yeah, these rounds traditionally for Bad News Bears don't go too well. After they lose the members early, they just get bullied for the remainder of the round here. And I think Mir might be a ghost playing today as we get the curtain on the camera. But into B they go, and it's only another kill for Mir. Chopper takes down Swisher. I think Sheikh Zula not long for this world. Take anybody with him. Dexter says no, and there we have it. 1-0. Yeah, look, I have the same sentiment as Yanko in the sense that this is a must-win for Spirit, right? Even though, and I don't even mean in the context of the group, I just mean in the context of this team going forward. If they don't win this one, and in convincing fashion, like, I know they've struggled throughout the group, but they're still on the tiers of the teams that they've lost to, whereas Bad News Bears in this environment should be getting absolute shellacking. So we're going to look on in here, and it's going to be only a very light investment. 1 deagle for Jonji. Smoke and a flash, Sheikh Zula and Swisher, respectively. And the rest are going to be on Glocks. So AKs will come out in the next. And, well, top mid is where the deagle is currently heading. Warning shots exchanged. Dexter takes down Swisher. And
Die. There you go.
That's 1.
Yeah, but from behind, SDY can pepper them here with the MP9. Oh, lovely transfer of his burst into a second head. And that's the end as well for Junior. So 2-0. Nothing to get too upset about if your team's Spirit, just losing Dexter on that arch side. Get to see the Galils come out now. Now, this is where you get to see a real taste of what Bad News Bears have been cooking up for their Inferno pick here against Spirit, whether or not they're going to be able to bait and switch those CTs around a little bit, force some rotates out of them. And it will have to come down to frags. We'll have to see the individuals. Swisher's been impressive. Spongy's had his moments. Even John G on his entry frags. We need to see some more of that. So the retake stuff's been set up very early by Spirit. So they have SDY dumping initially. And a 3-2 split so far. SDY after dumping his util can float back to A.
Yeah, they've basically gifted them banana control here. So Swisher up towards the half wall calls things clear. They do just have to flash and clear the sandbag position. But there's that retake utility you were talking about. Held at bay right now. And SDY has finally been able to head over towards the A side to help them out. Now, just waiting out the utility are the Bears. So back and forth they can go. Right now, there's no map control for Team Spirit. They don't have info top banana since they've rescinded. And top mid, they've been forced back off as well. This has forced mid to rotate over. We have 4 players trying to defend A. There's still a decent amount of utility here for Bad News Bears to attack this site.
You're walking into the Lion's Den like this. They've got so much util. I think they're just hoping that something gets given to them on the re-push for mid-info. And here comes the push. That's the frag Sheikh Zula was waiting for. Re-aggressing as well from short side. Here comes Dexter. MP9 does manage to convert. SDY again with more impact. Posts his second frag and needed another from Swisher's Galil. He's got nothing to report, neither does Spongy. Okay, Team Spirit. No issues and not too much to complain about after the first B&B attack.
Yeah, and I think on the flip side of this, so we're talking about Spirit and how this is a game that they should win and they should still, you know, be able to kind of wipe the floor with the Bears. If this is that case, and we've seen Spirit struggle against some of the bigger names in this group, and Bad News Bears yesterday, they pushed Astralis on Nuke, then the questions become, it's like, oh, that's a shame. This was the best chance we thought the Bears had to picking up a map and making a dent here.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, this is the rounds where they tend to do some of their better work. They've got some upgraded pistols, 3 Tech 9s, a P250, and a Glock for Junior, who's in hot pursuit of that AWP. And speaking of AWPs, Dexter's shot down mid. Sounds on out, and they're going to take territory knowing that there is an AWP they can punish. Magic's up close and personal towards apartments, might have some business soon. But they are setting up this execute, so Flash is coming over. We're going to see the acceleration and then go on to A.
Yep, Mia's rotated in. Magix is going to tuck on in as well. And here comes the push. Shake Zula all the way through Graveyard. Look how far he's traveled! So much space. That's drawn crosshairs and attention. Dexter, however, still finding frags. It is only Swisher. And he's on the A site. They know exactly where he is. I say exactly, I'm exaggerating. That smoke's enabled him to get a little bit hard to find. Chopper will find him in the end, though.
All right. Well, this is where the guns come back out, and Junior does have his AWP, and I just find myself time and time again talking about Junior being last alive with the AWP in hand going up against 4+ players.
Yeah.
So it's...
I love that from Shake Zula. Like, you need a player like that.
Just going for the space there.
Taking mad amount of space. If he'd have, like, got vision back and been in Graveyard, that could have been a different round.
Yeah, you know when you talk about, let's do the strat and then hold W, don't stop? That's what you mean, right? Because you get too many players who get bottlenecked behind a molly, or they, oh, I accidentally hit the wall. Did you? Or did you just let go?
Did you just second guess yourself a little too much? That's 3 incendiaries exchanged, more nades as well. Deep smoke likely to follow. Dexter once again patrolling middle, which is a sign that he's feeling very comfortable. He can just take that peek. No threat, no flash. And Shake Zula on his walk up second mid is met by the AWP.
Yeah, if you can play that aggressively and you're not feeling under the pump, that's a great little weapon to have here. And look at the reposition.
Oh, he's already here. He's actually into the site on the tight line. This is almost a guaranteed frag unless Junior is really quick on this draw. John G to maybe try and bait the shot. I don't know how they don't get away with Dexter finding a second.
Oh.
There it is from Junior. Perfectly timed.
Well, he just walked in. I was looking for the flash. I just saw the body starting to come in front of the crosshair. That looked like a car crash about to happen. Now they're on.
They are on. Bit of a team flash. Or no, it was Mir that's actually supported that. John G's down. Swisher needs this one on the second orange. Big frag. And the site is theirs. Mir's the closest on Coffins. Junior's posted up. He won't be able to contest, and Bomb now down. This is the best chance we've seen out of the Bears. They can't let this slip away. 3v3, retake now from Team Spirit.
They've got you two.
Double incendiary.
Yeah, they
Emo's
Molly
gonna
dark.
suck. Resmoke CT though, I like that. Molly Newbot.
Oh, look at that.
Into the fight, and Mir does profit. Junior needs a second, and he won't have a chance. Spongy, one found. Needs this 1v2. Mir is on the Coffins and does deliver. That's Spongy absorbing the remaining 2 and putting the first on the board.
I was impressed by the utility usage there of Spirit, right? You can see teams who have the nades necessary to retake the site, but not all of them use it. So the fact they get the emo molly in, the one to new box as well, that looked like an almost guarantee, especially when it kicked off like this. But Junior just peeking in. I'm sitting there and I'm just looking at John. He's like, yeah, Alex is probably right. He's probably going to jiggle the corner, maybe bait some. Junior just steps into it. So big opening from Junior, and that's what we're talking about with this T-sided AWP. If it can get activated in that fashion, now we're talking, it's not Junior with an AWP sitting back in a 1-on-5 going, where's all my teammates gone? Can the Bears build on this? Back 10's having to supplement the lower economy situation for John G and Shake Zula, but they could just go for another B exec. Now, take a look at the armor situation for Spirit as well. Nobody has the head armor, so could pop them like a couple of watermelons.
It's not easy to pop a watermelon. I suppose with a bullet it is.
For some reason, I just think about when people put elastic bands around them, and then, I don't know why, that was the image.
Yeah, and when you're testing weapons on YouTube as well, like
Yes,
it's a
of
good
course.
representation of a skull.
Ah, everyone's favorite substitution. So they can just go for this BXAC again. You can see them lining up the smokes here. John G limping one out, and they're head without the flashes.
Yeesh.
Dexter doesn't land the shot, has to run on away, and they're actually going through ruins here. Lots of pressure.
This is kind of fun, but it does mean Dexter will be a threat as they wrap around very quickly. There goes Dexter, big find. Chopper's still invisible, and look at him. Double kill from the corner. Junior's thrown a no-scope into the mix. He lives on. Does have the bomb, though. Expect him to get that down shortly. SDY can contest, and Magix is close as well. Problems now for the Bears. The bomb loose, and both of these CTs are ready to make it difficult to get it down. Junior, real opportunity here to contest. He needs to be bodyguarding that bomb. Needed to. Misses his chance, and now it will fall away from them. Damn, that's going to be a tough one, a bitter pill to swallow.
Yeah, that plant, you know, they really would have loved to have got that bomb down. That extra cash bonus going forward would have been absolutely phenomenal for the buy situation. Now questions are asked. So Spirit, well, they're able to keep their economy at a good point, and bad news bears now not so much. And you can see this here. Traditionally, once upon a time, if you watch the old Inferno, you'd have 2 smokes covering the front of the site. You'd have that deeper CT, and you'd wrap through ruins. They've just done it with 1 and some good flashes.
But they had they even had a deep CT smoke landing. They threw one straight away. So like it was a really cool game plan. And I think it's going to definitely be a frustrating one to concede, considering how much of that went to plan.
Yeah, Chopper there stuck behind the smoke,
The
right,
double,
being the
right?
absolute thorn in the side, right? If he goes 1 for 1, okay, now we probably have a bad news bears second, but Chunji's already purchased in here. And a timeout has been called to talk through their options. We're seeing AK's board up as well, so I thought that they'd maybe just go for another one of the half purchases, because they do have a good amount of these pocket strats where they execute from deep second mid or banana like we just saw, and can throw different looks in the face of Team Spirit. But they want to keep this CT-sided economy under the thumb, and if they can make sure they kill 2 to 3 players again here, let's go with 3 and a bomb down, they can continue to do this time and time again. Lost bonus is exactly where they want it at 3,400. It's good for one reason, it's bad for the other. Yeah, you're going to keep getting money, but you kind of need the rounds. So at some point, they'll need to break through this dam. It's very direct, though, isn't it? They just look like they want to pop up mid here.
Yeah, and there's 4 players ready to receive them. It's Mir who can't believe his luck. Jonji down and still kept in favor of Team Spirit as SDY has no issues. A massacre on a full investment force. Spongy thrust into an impossible scenario. They're even nading him. A great first shot out of the gate. Dexter deleted. He's got good aim. He's got a good understanding as to where these CTs are coming from. But I mean,
No
poor soul. Yeah, maybe you could tap another one. Give me another head.
They're all just poised ready to fight and swing off each other's contact. Well, that's lucky.
Lovely stuff. Lives on. Tap another head and I'll start to believe Spongy. The impossible becoming just the slightest more threatening, and there goes Chopper. Finishing it off eventually. It was well handled. SDY 9, deaths 1. Solid stuff from him in the opening 7 rounds of play.
Do you remember the cartoon Angry Beavers?
Yes.
I don't.
I do.
There was always one was angry and one was stupid.
Yeah.
Is that like always the case? Because if you think of Pinky and the Brain, one was angry and one was stupid.
I think it's because stupidity and anger are both, you know, funny. We can laugh at people being stupid and laugh at people being angry.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably the most entertaining emotions. Like, it would be, imagine if you just had a sad character.
But OJ's like happy all the time. And
OJ
Borge.
Borge.
I think it's Borge.
Borge. Okay.
Well, we're from we now reside where the name is from.
It's true. It's true. I think Cyborg every time.
You're right.
That's all.
Why not? Pistols at noon. Wait, what's the time? 1:40.
Pistols at 1:40. That wasn't 12 paces. Is that how many paces? I don't know. I'm not a. Gone are the days of a good old-fashioned duel.
Yeah.
You know?
Slaps on with the glove.
That's it. You're like, look, I feel disrespected. I'd like to engage in a trial by combat.
Now we just hold our phones at each other and go.
No, now we
throw the first punch.
Now we subtweet. Like, everyone knows who I'm talking about, but I'm going to talk about them without tagging them. And you can all agree with me because you're my followers.
I don't know. I try not to tweet anything negative anymore.
I see that. It's a big step in the right. I just basically got to the point where I write up a tweet, decide it's not worth it, and don't tweet anything, ever.
Yeah.
I just retweet things now.
That was like the Henry G method, wasn't it?
I just got really, like, I don't know.
Disenchanted
With the whole thing. But I also realized that, you know, it's probably a good idea for the whole career thing. I just can't bring myself to tweet or post or do anything.
Yeah. Look.
Junior, double. Uno and DOS. Oh, it was supposed to be Junior. Can't put it across the line. Yeah, he's horny for it. Jonji will save the day. He's been dinked through the wall. Oh, he actually got caught. Damn, what a shot from Mir. And now he's taken all out banana control right back. He even caught the tail end of them rotating A.
But he's forced them into the 2 players on this A site right now. One towards Long, one towards Pit. They are going to have to try and pip the gap mid to B here. That could be the undoing.
SDY's been so good, though. And even that nade looks promising.
Chunky monkey right there.
Ouch. And here's the flank, blocking the door behind them with their knives out. Mir gets them, looking for more. Spongy keeps it level. He could charge B. Go on.
Back and forth, back and forth.
He's flirting with it. They're rotating in for the info, and Sheikh Zula collects. Both of them knocked on their asses. 2 for the Bears.
Okay. Well, look, there's a lot of stakes on this one here. You heard the desk talking about it. We'll talk about it some more. Whoever loses this map is out. Now, both of these teams, we're already kind of considering them out. They're both sitting at 0 and 3, but let's live in a fairy tale world where the more likely of the two is Spirit. They win this 2-0, right? They get a couple more victories towards the tail end here of the group, and then some mathematical equation comes out of the fax machine, and we're all good, and they somehow make it through. So there's a lot in this one for Spirit, right? We need to see a little bit of a positive sign, but probably not a whole lot of that into round number 10. They're just down to these pistols. There's a Zeus in play. I think if they're playing with the mentality that there's nothing really to play for here, then maybe we could see a loosey-goosey Team Spirit pop off. And well, Dexter out the second mid window. He peeks up his head. The P250 strikes, and that's an AK on the floor. But Spongie's heard this.
Yeah.
Execution. And now we're back to 4v4. I think they were hoping that would send them over towards the B-bomb side, but it's actually done quite the opposite here. The fact that Dexter was on his lonesome that aggressive, and they've been able to deal with him, they're just going to push in towards A. So being diligent with their utility, smoke towards Moto, nades towards the pit, just clearing everything out, letting them know that bomb can go down safely, and Junior's going to even go for a safe plant back of the site. Smoke there from Spongy. That's an easy one for all of you to learn at home. In the back of the pit, if you have a smoke, you look at that little lamp, jump throw. It's going to cover off the Moto and long position for you quite perfectly. Situational utility, we call that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the kind of utility that you really, everyone wants to have a couple in your bag of tricks. For every site you're taking, a couple of cheeky lineups just for the safe way to deploy it.
Yeah,
like,
that's the key word.
I hate the amount, like, everyone's had a couple of deaths where it's like, hey, can someone smoke CT? And then you just sit there dying with the pin pulled and you feel like a bit of a pillock.
Or you flub it and then there's a gap and then someone dies through that gap, you know? So there's all, but guys, at home, I want to let you know one thing. If you ever misthrow a smoke that's been asked of you, right, and there's a bit of a gap, just say gap on the left side. And then if people
die,
you've done the best you can, right? So just communicate it, own the mistake, right? And then hopefully it's all good.
I've heard stories, Chad, I'm not going to name and shame, of pro players that would throw smokes on executes.
Yes.
Or forget the smoke supposed to throw, freestyle it, miss it completely, and not address it as they fully execute into sight.
That's a problem.
Imagine that.
That's a big problem. All right, bad news bears. Guns back out. Buy is not great for Spirit here. There's a couple Famises in the mix, and they're aggressive.
Okay, Swisher, first found. Now we're talking. Team Spirit, they tried to throw aggression into Banana, and Chopper pays the price. This is an aggressive stance from Sheikh Zula. He's single-handedly maintaining top mid control. Dexter's going for a sweep. And that close line, oh, he's cooked him. He sees you. He sees you. Oh, he lives on and actually gets the frag. Sheikh Zula does very well, and Spongy could have opened up the A site. It's only Magic's. He knows he's under a lot of scrutiny. Junior, what are you up to here? He thought about it for a second, just pushing on that. Now the rotate's on its way. Jonji can lock it down here. It's a favorable fight for him. And then they don't clear him. He can catch Mir. Another's crossed into the site. SDY immediately reacts. And they're taking the bomb B, Chad. This is a fantastic play from the Bad News Bears. They've got a good understanding as to where these CTs remain.
Yeah, Team Spirit is staying very active and continuing to fight. SDY lucky to be alive.
Fisher's got him. He's got him dead to right.
Gone. Yeah, look at this. Simple as you like. Yeah, just Team Spirit is staying very active. It's like they're pursuing all of the fights so that they don't lose the back and forth nature of Bad News Bears. But that's actually kind of hurt them in some of these scenarios here, and it will just be Magic's left with the Silence M4 to save in that wide open pit. But the Bears with the fourth, and if there was ever a map they were going to do it, this would be the one. Played a bunch of Inferno. I think the first map that they picked was Mirage, and then since then I think it's been Inferno. Bomb's going to go off. Fourth round about to be posted on the board, and oh, they're getting there. They're definitely getting there. And this has kind of been the story of a lot of the Bad News Bears games. It starts off, you know, we can see some positive signs, and then there's the oh no rounds. We haven't had any oh no rounds yet.
Maybe the B retake.
They won that one, though.
Did they?
Yeah, the mollies came in. I think they were all good.
Yeah, they were. No.
Am I thinking of the wrong round?
Maybe we're both confusing the rounds. Okay, I had one in mind where it looked really good for a moment. Maybe it wasn't a no-no.
That was like a Spirit. They double mollied.
Yeah, I remember the double molly, but then
Bad News Bears won that.
Bad News Bears won that.
Yeah, Spongy clutched it out.
Spongy 1v2.
That's the one.
Bingo bango.
Yeah, so they have avoided the oh-nos. Now, this is a chance for an oh-no. 2 Deagles, Silence Them 4 saved, some HE grenades.
You ready for the Magic's pop off?
Okay. I'm not, but okay.
Well, I mean, you have to be patient because he's going to get
He's not going to
boosted
get...
up.
Alex, he's been doing this for a year now.
Yeah.
He's been doing this same... Well, actually, no. Normally, he's on the little ledge to the left, a little bit further forward. Remember, we've seen there with shotguns. I remember we casted a game where a team just counter-stratted against their force by and triple-naded that position.
Yeah. Oh, God. On the boost?
Yeah.
They just throw it over?
I think they just walked up into the precipice of mid and banked it off the wall. But that was, yeah, probably about... That was at least... That's the spot right there. Thank you, MC.
I remember that.
B's the right call. Chopper's the only one over here. Has the USP in hand. Oh, Sheikh Zula's caught naked. Catches the kill. So that's the M4 down. They should be able to find...
Surely they know
Silence.
it's B now. Bombs arriving, as is the majority of Team Spirit. Chopper's going to try and destabilize with a little smoky USP play. They can boost as well. Oh, nice.
What a shot.
SDY's found something, and now the USPs can cause chaos. Oh, no, indeed. Swisher, Spongy, looking for some damage control. How is he dinking him down to 10? Chopper allowed to re-peek. Spongy on notice. Swisher wants to plant, but time's becoming a bit of a sensitive subject. And down goes the bomb. Oh no, indeed, Chad, because now no time and no players. The Bears lose it against nothing more than a saved rifle.
I didn't even get a kill, the save rifle. It was actually the first death, right? Magic's was the first death on the boost. They've dealt with the biggest issue. They had the bomb site for free. I think that all comes down to the boost kill, right? SDY with the deagle. It has to come down to that. Like, as soon as Sheikh Zula gets that kill, they knew that Magic's was the individual who saved in the previous round. So they know where the rifle is. Oh, dear. Oh, no. That's the familiar feeling we were hoping to avoid here today for the Bears. Can they recover? An instant bounce back, you'd love to see it. A lot of nades being lobbed out here to delay them at half wall, but no territory being taken, and a lot of damage actually exchanged against Team Spirit. Chopper's down to 17. Mia got a little bit of a lick up there, and SDY, well, he's sitting at 65. And they've gambled back towards A. Bad news, Bears could just execute into this B site again. They're going to get in for free. Chopper's on the low HP. He is, or was, just defending with a jiggle and a smoke. Oh, this could be huge.
Yeah. He slipped through short.
This could be huge.
They've got 4 CTs here. If he could take one. Dexter's posted up on a very tight line. He just looked away now, and on the retreat, Jonji strikes. A great bounce back from the Bears. He's keeping them busy. Magic's eventually will triumph, but now the site is theirs. And it's going to try and be contested by Chopper. He's got some degree of a lineup. Yeah, not far off. 17 HP, you could kill him with anything.
I think they have to save. I know it seems crazy right now. SDY with that util and the AWP on the retake, it's not going to be easy. Are they lining this there? They are considering it. They've swapped the guns across, so Chopper's onto the AWP now. This is going to get messy for Spirit if they decide to go for it.
Yeah, you'd think that Molotov would channel them further away, but they're
just
grouping up. They're just
ruins.
charging through ruins. As time is so sensitive here, boys. What are you up to? Walking in. Multi-kill from Swisher. And gets very costly for the Spirit boys. Chopper just about getting away with it. And I think Sheikh Zula's the only one that's potentially vulnerable, but he's got far enough away.
That's just bad decision making.
Lost all those weapons. You can see their finances as well. They'll not be able to reacquire the same level of purchase for the next round of play. This was great. Jonji just catching the dream timing. Dexter's rotating off, gets shot in the bottom. If he'd got Magic as well, that would have probably incited the save even more so.
Yeah, but that was great. Right? That was really good from Jonji. That little sneak into the smoke, that's an entry fragger move when he's faking the site, right? So he's wormed a lot of space there. He's been disruptive. He's slowed them down when responding to that B hit, which was where the bomb was going. But that from Spirit, that was bad decision making. there's no real other way to put that. Like, in that situation with Chopper so low, you're going to retake the B bomb site. You're just throwing yourself into it and hoping it pans on out. Now, look, they're trying to make this buy work. That AWP's being given back to Dexter. It looks like Chopper's going to have to operate with something quite slim, maybe an MP9. It really depends on how much util he wants to go for here. He's gone for a 5.7. Oof, okay. We've got the M4 brought up by Mir. He's got full set of nades. SDY the same. Magic's onto the FAMAS. This is the turning point right now of this half. Bad News Bears could get an 8-7 half here. Very, very easily. They win this round, that's the 6th. And in the last round of play, you're looking at the 2,400 as the loss bonus for Team Spirit, but they're going aggressive.
Yeah, Magix is throwing some aggression into the mix. It's Jonji's job to maintain this. He's got the pin pull. That's a bad death. And now Junior surely needs to be aware of this. Yeah, he's getting hunted, and oh, Magix nearly makes it 3. SDY quick to respond, and a little touch of aggression thrown into the mix has really destabilized the Bears. They get the info. No Shake Zula's on the banana. Bomb down towards T-Ramp. You'd love at least one frag here just to claw it back into a slightly more favorable affair. SDY is committed to this, so if anyone is going to give it to Shake Zula, it's these two here on banana. Oh, just lingering in that off angle as he starts focusing his crosshair towards that sandbags. Crosses back safely. Go on, Spongy. What have you got for us? Nice adjustment. Nearly 2. Crosshairs in the right place. But that will be Spirit's 9th. And yeah, just throwing that mid-aggression with such a prominent feature of CT sides in Tier 1 Counter-Strike on Inferno. That's the first time we've seen it.
Yeah, and I'm crazy. Well, no, I'm not crazy. Well, no, I am crazy. I thought it was crazy to make a move like this, right? And you can see it wasn't the instant push. That's at 140 when he started to initiate. If you were just to barrel down, right, 145, right, is probably more like the time you'd set that contact. So taking it a little bit more staggered right there. I guess the reason they went for that buy is because the economy for Bad News Bears, we can see here, is not great either. So it's been another one of these back and forth affairs, and here's Dexter lighting things up. Another opening AWP kill for him.
Oh man, these last 2 rounds just going to be so frustrating to stomach.
The bomb. Oh, he still didn't get it.
No, your bomb carrier's gone down. You're getting tagged up. You die on the retrieval. Oh, I can feel it. Like it's bubbling up inside of me. I'm frustrated. I want to tweet. Oh, nice clawback. Could be finished off by the drive by MP9. It's getting a little messy. Tickles up Jonji further. Oh.
Yeah, and they're killing players at A, and the bomb's still been down this entire time, right? So with a minute on the clock, the ability to go back and find this is not going to be easy. You got Jonji on 27. You've got Shake Zula on 17. Chopper's over here helping out Banana now. SDY can come swing from late middle. He's feeling a little bit of pressure, not too sure where those pesky T's have gotten off to, but here we go.
This whole round has just been about finding that bomb that Swisher struggled to hold on to, and they're boosting for it. Chopper will collect, and that's the end of that. That's a Dexter round. That's a brutal one as well. Bad News Bears, bearers of bad news. We'll be back, though, with the second half in just a moment.
Hey Future Pros, back on Inferno, and I wanted to show you the deep mid smoke that G2 popularized. To throw the smoke, get into the corner next to this bench. Aim at the top right corner of this support beam and jump throw the smoke. This smoke will keep the T's a bit further back if they were planning on doing something fast in mid, and will also block some smoke setups the T's like to use. If you have a spare HE, you can use the cover of the smoke to get some really deep nades down mid. This one is too easy, so I don't think you Future Pros need any luck here.
10-5 half and a frustrating end to a competitive half. It was a good T side from the Bad News Bears. Team Spirit definitely down in the dumps as well. Both teams in the doldrums of a 0-3 for their Group A here at ESL Pro League Season 14. Couple of rounds slipping away through the fingers of the Bears, puts them at a disadvantage, 5 rounds to the 10 of Spirit. But now we are over on the CT side, and this is statistically one of the worst for Team Spirit. Perhaps they could hit the wall on their attack. We'll find out. I say we, I'm Machine. I got myself Chatty B in the house.
Yeah.
I tried to be enthusiastic.
Yeah, no, I don't know. What do they do?
Yeah. Chat.
Yeah. Just to note, they did this same aggressive move with Junior against Astralis, and Junior got naded. Well, Swisher got shot, and the result seems to be the same here as 1xBet odds at the top of your screen. Still favouring
the firing range, just 2 little domes poking up. I quite like that.
So that's a lot of info right there. So they know that there was 1 player aggressive, 2 in towards Boiler, and that's going to thrust them forward onto this B bomb site.
All right, no fun for Jonji just yet. He'll have to wait out for his team. Peppers through the cross. He's got an incendiary and a flash.
Yeah, and they even have a smoke on Sheikh Zula, so looks like this util is going to make their life a bit easy on the retake. They're just going in.
Just charging straight through, and Chopper can't believe his luck. 3 in quick succession. And only the Zula, he's out too. All right, well, that will be a quick 11th for Spirit.
Yeah, and I was checking some of the stat lines this morning for the individual players, right? And Chopper's had a really rough go of things on the Inferno jaunts that they've played so far in this event. And SDY hasn't been having a great event either. When you took a look at the bottom 7 players in Group A, SDY was number 7, right? Well, not number 7, it was 7 from the bottom, right? I don't know exactly how many players in the group. We could do some simple maths, but 7th last, there you go.
That's
then
it.
under him is all 5 members of this Bad News Bears team and Chopper.
Oh, gosh, okay.
So SDY, we have the 7 worst performers of the event so far in the server right now.
It makes sense that they'd be in the 0-3 teams.
Yes.
Team Spirit and Bad News Bears combined do house the bottom 7.
But SDY, my point,
Yeah.
which I never got to, was that he's having a very good game. And Chopper with a lot of impact right there on an important pistol round as well. So some difference makers for Spirit today.
Ooh, Jonji might have the element of surprise here if he just lingers in that smoke. Mir is so focused on Swisher, and he's going to continue to be. They might walk past. Oh, a real opportunity for Jonji to do some damage. Dexter disagrees.
They're trying to rotate over towards B in time, but the bomb isn't even heading there. It's just actually these snaps. So a bit of elephant foot and banana to lure over.
It's worked
the
so
Bears.
well.
Yeah,
Even
look
Sheikh Zula's coming on over for fun.
Now, to justify a call like this for the in-game leader, you can just go, all right, well, let's just stack B. If they go A, we'll let them keep their guns, and we'll just save onto these deagles, and we'll go again next round. So, look, they gambled incorrectly. It's like roulette, just with less options. At least with roulette, you can do 0 and 0-0. Here, it's black or red.
And this time, no dice.
I never really understood craps.
Is it craps or crabs?
Craps.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was craps.
No, I think in my head I've just called it crabs, but probably shouldn't do that, really. Yeah.
That's a chicken. And
Yeah.
there's Bad News Bears and Spirit of Dragons.
I didn't know that apparently there's a lot of imitation crab meat out there. Did you know that?
Imitation crab meat.
I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah, in the sushi,
It's
right?
just a fun fact I learned. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay was going to a sushi joint.
Yeah,
and
so
he-
that's not crab.
He couldn't believe it. Like, he couldn't believe it. Imitation crab meat. So what you do is you paint white fish with like a red layer to
And that's
look like crab. And it's just, you smother it in enough sauce, it's completely indistinguishable from your bog standard crab. I've never eaten crab.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not a
you're getting
seafood
into
man.
you're getting into it. You
I
had
am.
some sushi when we were
I
in...
can do the non-fishy fish now. I've advanced. You throw a tuna
good
steak
fish
in
is
front of
not
me.
fishy.
Good fish is not fishy. Chad Birchwood 2021.
Well, good sushi is not fishy.
Okay, yeah, like the salmon I had the little
it melts in your mouth. Nigiri?
Nigiri.
That's the one.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hate that at all. Especially with proper wasabi. Have you had proper wasabi before, folks?
I smelt it. It definitely, and it had
Whoa.
a different punch to it.
From the
didn't
little
it?
shark belly, it's a root, it's all bougie.
It didn't seem anywhere near as artificial.
No, very interesting. That's the end of fun wasabi facts, though. Most of the wasabi you consume, and maybe most of the crab you consume, is imitation.
Unless you're a crab fisherman, and then I hope that you're
Or a wasabi
connoisseur,
digger man.
collector,
I think you have to dig it up. Is it
curator,
curator,
farmer.
farmer, a wasabi farmer. Hey, that's a pretty good fake nick, actually. I'm going to call myself Wasabi Farmer in my next matchmaking.
All right, well, these are just saved pistolas here, and top 4 middle. One over towards the second letter of the alphabet.
D? A, D, C. There we go.
You're close.
A, D,
Just put a line
C,
through the
B,
middle of the D.
A, D, C, B, A, F, G.
It's actually mostly skillful to do that. I wouldn't be easy to pull that one off. All right, well, they're going into the stack, or are they? Or are they? Spongy's getting a move on.
I think they're going to take the teleporter in the last second, actually.
Is that bind?
Yeah, he's going to actually put fake footsteps through the teleporter.
Throw the Rainer flash.
Oh, no success on the dog ult.
The dog ult. Is that the Sky that sends in the info dog?
The dog.
Send in the house.
Honestly, it'd be so funny if we were just like, I just don't know the names of the abilities. I'd just
No.
be talking like, oh, it's the bouncy wall one. It's the bouncy wall flash.
Yeah, that's Yoru.
Yoru.
Yeah,
Yoru.
he does the bouncy flash.
Yeah, he's the one I bought.
Yeah.
I bought him.
You bought him?
Yeah. I focused on him. I was like, I'm going to choose the hardest, most complex agent to be my first one.
All right. Rocket Girl.
Rocket Lady, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She's apparently meta still.
Okay.
I do see the Quakey highlights of that one. You know, like, you can like
Yeah.
satchel Ghibli into a RPG. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that's a different game for sure.
Yeah, remember the ultimates couldn't kill people?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
I think the ultimate right now for Bad News Bears is going to have to be the junior AWP. 6 frags so far in his name, and he is going to equip himself up with 1. And it's time for Bad News Bears to try and put up a fight. We haven't seen them post a single round on the CT side. We are only 3 rounds into it, but the product of a 10-5 half.
They were long rounds, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. So 13 already in Spirit's bank account. They are not in a rush for this. It's going to come down to what the CTs can post. Give me a junior Aggie banana peak. He's not going that way, maybe even towards mid. We saw Degster finding success with something like that. Maybe even the second mid. Go on, my son. He's not interested too much. Fires off a warning shot, though, and it does just whistle past the cap of Mir towards the apps for the 2-man setup. They want to pop through this. He's even considered the extinguish, which is odd. And instead, he's going to be lining up Banshee. I think that was just for the smoke.
Yeah, that was curious. I don't know what the go was there. Maybe if they were contested, they would have smoked and pushed, but interesting enough. But they do get this mid control here, and that Yuta will keep Sheikh Zula at bay over towards the arch side. Junior and Spongy in tandem, blocking down apartments. Banana control has been gifted as Bad News Bears are rotating back very heavily. I think a gamble call has been made here. They've just evacuated B completely. Swisher is staying towards CT to deal with Arch. Jonji has now just gone over to the B bomb site once more. And I think this is going to fall apart for the Bears here because it is going to look very much like a B execute. 4 up Banana. Samdai Young posted towards the Ender Halls. Sheikh Zula, well, they're so back and
Spirit
forth
don't know
here.
where they want to go.
Yeah.
But the thing is they're not like showing presence on any of these. So they're just, it's kind of just unknown for the Bears. Swish is now going B because they cut noise so long.
Oh.
Junior's got info top mid, but they're about to lose it.
Yep, here we go.
Bang, lovely find. First man falls in the take. Spirit are going to commit to A here. Smoke's raining in. Spongy biding time, he can hear them. And with Dexter down, they're running out of chances here. Spirit letting this one slip just a little bit. Junior still on site, 15 seconds for the deny. He's hiding in that smoke. And now a chance on the no-scope. He's gone. Big find from Magix and Chopper respectively. They need to plant, or maybe they just need to frag. They'll take them all down.
That was messy. That was very, very messy. And just Bad News Bears there, as soon as you spoke about Junior having top mid control, that was the reason they evacuated, because it was so late, there was no noise, they didn't have any B info whatsoever, so they've made the call, it's going to be the B play, and then Junior just under the pump right here, and their util very stifling. That no-scope hits, bombs down in the site, probably can't get to it in time, and there would have been the Bears first. Now, let's talk about the stakes here, because Bad News Bears don't want to allow this one to get to 15. If either team 2-0s this series, still looking very likely to be Team Spirit, they have a chance. The slimmest of chances, but they still have a chance to get out of the group. Now, it's not a very likely scenario by any means, but they are fighting for their survival right now. The loser of this is well and truly out.
Because they got a map versus Astralis, there are some scenarios where Team Spirit will require, just on the tiebreaker, they'll have a better shot because of their win against Astralis. but to be absolute certain, the last 2 games that these boys have, they have to win 2-0.
Get the W's.
Then the rest is in everyone else's hands.
Gabe Newell's.
Gabe Newell. Speaking of secret Valve employees, Action Slacks is in the studio today.
Oh, for all you Dota fans out there.
Sir Action Slacks in the flesh.
I thought it was Purge with a shaved head.
Was it Purge?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never met him.
Spoilers. Here we go. John on the sandbags, MP9 off the flash. He mantles up for a good first. His teammates have done an awful lot as well, and the flash is good. The frag is not there. It's Magix who's starting to make a 2v4 look a little more possible. They're surging into the site, taking space. Magic's hamstrung by the tag through the smoke. It's Sheikh Zula to finish the job. Oh, damn, Magic's is a problem. He should be wallbanked here. Lovely find from Junior. All that hard work from the earlier tags. Dexter wants to plant safe. Oh, he's vulnerable. Should have a shot here, Junior. Oh, just as he looked away, he'll tag him instead. Dexter needs to find 1 jewel now. He suspects
5 bullets.
The other 5 in the chamber. It needs some taps now. Oh, he started to try. 3 left in the chamber as he goes down.
All right, well, there is their first CT round and an essential one here if they want to keep their dreams alive. The force bite to disallow Spirit getting to that 15 paying off, and they can even grab themselves some upgrades. Junior into the AWP, Spongy into the AK-47. Georgie has enough to buy himself. Swisher probably the same. Junior's dropped 1. They can make this one work, but Team Spirit, they are looking lovely as far as the buy is concerned. 5 AKs, full bags of util. Interestingly enough, no HEs being purchased from Team Spirit here on this T side. So they're just operating all of them with 2 flashbangs, a smoke, and a Molotov. Bit harder to do crowd control against an AWPer like Junior if you want to be nading towards top banana or forcing him out of any of those lines, but he's over towards top mid here and he's going to peer on down. No AWP on the other side. Won't meet necessarily the hardest of resistance. And he's thinking better of holding on to this line. He's pivoting back and he's actually just given up that mid line as the rotations here from Sheikh Zula. So they fortified mid with 2, but it's about to get messy.
Very messy. He might lose vision. He fires off the warning shot preemptively. And they're wrapping, coming in thick and fast. It's down to Spongy to bail him out. He's playing anti, but they're already flooding into the site. No help available. Sheikh Zula with 1. Spongy can't even get his feet back on the ground. SDY was there as well, swung in. And a very solid, quite quick A take. It leaves Jonji and Swisher, the B defenders, crawling through a smoke as it fades. SDY's in such a prime position for some taps here, some supportive util, and oh, it's just too easy for him. Collects another. And Jonji just scarpering away with an M4 and his tail between his legs. 15 for Spirit.
Yeah, he hasn't kept running, so hanging around here, see if he can grab anything on the way out the door, trying to hide in plain sight. Has a chance against Mia, but it's just that, a chance. Low HP. Not the first, that's precise. Know where he is now, and he falls. SDY finishes the round off, and 15-6. Looking good to make this one quick, and well, this is more like it. Necessarily in the first half for Spirit, there was some moments where their aggression was their undoing, but the executes like this, it's tidy, right? You can see how quick they're reacting, the flight paths, the trading is there, things are looking good.
Give me your dream 5-man best North American players in their prime team.
In their prime?
In their prime.
Holy
like, I'm straight up interested into like the 5 names that are that have been the best individuals from North American region.
Elige Naf.
Elige Naf, solid. I'll give you time to think about it. It's not an easy question to answer. And you guys are at home as well. Hiko a good shout. Hiko is a good shout. So Hiko, Naf, Elige. What about your AWPer? North American AWPers, I mean, Skadoodle could shoot, but he couldn't talk.
Yeah, he did it in the major final though, didn't he?
He did.
Maybe we could, yeah. I was going to say Sean Gare so we could in-game lead an AWP.
Ooh, in his prime, though, he was still just more of a...
Still a supportive
in-game leader.
Yeah. Let me have a think in the break. We'll go back for map 2.
We've got 3. Let us know how you'd round that roster out on Twitter at Sponge, that's SPUNJ, or at MachineGG, or Machine Egg.
Ah, yes, the 1-on-5 with the FAMAS. Well,
or not.
That one's over. 16-6. Map number 1, Team Spirit. They picked this one up in